All right. Before we get started, just want to say one thing about whatever the hell this is. It's a TikTok. It's kids dancing. I think this is one of those times where we can really just say kids are being kids and just get over it. But some of y'all are getting as worked up about this video as Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff is about a conference that hasn't done anything to his conference yet. A little wild. Kliavkoff spent more time at the Pac-12 Media Days lamenting about the Big 12 having not done anything to his conference yet than he did talking about Kevin Warren and the Big 10 actually taking USC and UCLA. Old alliances die hard, I guess. But while George spent most of his time talking about grenades and whether or not the Big 12 was going to be poached by the Pac-12 now that the Big 12 is open for business, the person who's actually most responsible for all of this chaos that he finds himself in got off mostly scot-free. That person's name is Carol Folt. She's USC's president. News came out recently that Folt shut down the Pac-12's move to expand last year. When Texas and Oklahoma left for the SEC, it felt natural that the Pac-12 would try and take some of the Big 12's remaining member institutions, but apparently Folt shut that conversation down. USC didn't want to risk losing money in the long term by renegotiating their Pac-12 TV rights. On the surface, it makes sense, but ultimately it's a pretty selfish move. It should remind Big 12 fans a lot of Texas. It seems right out of their playbook. Use your brand power to get your way in conversations with the rest of the conference while burning through brand name coaches who put a mediocre product out on the field only to leave that conference in the lurch for more money down the road. It's a devious level of selfishness, if nothing else. So while Georgie laments from the bow of the Titanic about the Big 12 and Brett Yormark, don't forget who's really responsible for his anguish. And one more thing. If the Pac-12 was really in a spot to poach from another Power 5 conference, do you think he'd be crying like this? Definitely not. Talk to the beer.